Welcome back. You're still watching Network Africa on Channels Television. A reminder of a story we brought you earlier on regarding the update of the break-in the legal representatives' offices. Those are those representing the former opposition leader and former Prime Minister, Mr. Amama Mbabazi. According to what he's saying right now, he says that police are actually the ones who are responsible for that break-in, which took place 2 nights ago. And the materials which were allegedly taken, they include laptops, computers, and various documents containing affidavits of witnesses to the alleged electoral fraud in the country's February 18th national poll. For more on this, we go live to Uganda, where Joshua Poro, a journalist, is standing by. Joshua, thank you very much for joining us on Network Africa.
Yeah, sure.
Now, is there really any proof regarding this accusation that Mr. Mbabazi is making, besides eyewitnesses?
No, of course, no. As in the videos, they have to make accusations that they think will eventually help them to solve their case. But the accusations they have made that the police was involved in the files, documents, and laptops cannot be verified because they don't have proof. These were found in police uniform and carrying weaponry, which is AK-47, and this most of them we attribute to be weapons that are carried by Ugandan security forces. But they don't have proof, and of course the police spokesperson, Honorable Freddy Manga, has gone on to say that these are very unfounded. So there is no proof of that, and even the judiciary has refused to admit to those facts.
Well, now that the opposition has failed to meet the Supreme Court's deadline to file evidence, what happens now?
Okay, well, now what has happened is today was a pre-trial hearing, and the head of the panel of the judges, who is also the Chief Justice, that is Bat Katurebe, did say that the petitioner's lawyers must, by all means, file all their documents by close of business today. They had 10 days to file the petition. Now, if they did not file the petition in 10 days, then there is no one who is to blame. And also on allegations that some of their witnesses and people who had shown affidavits are being arrested, the judiciary says they cannot verify such claims since no names have been prior submitted to the judiciary. So they have until close of business today, which is already now, to submit their files. So if they do not submit all their files and affidavits by close of business today, then it's going to be impossible for the case to be had, or they will have no case standing in the Supreme Court.
Well, Mr. Joshua, thank you so much for giving us the latest on what's going on in Uganda. Thank you very much. Now, they say what goes around comes back around. That's when it comes to karma, and that might be the case for a South African woman who has been found guilty of kidnapping a 3-day-old baby as far back as in 1997. Authorities in South Africa accuse her of deceitfully claiming to be the girl's biological mother since snatching her from a hospital in Cape Town. A red flag was raised last year when there was a similar-looking girl at the child's school, which ended up in the arrest of the 51-year-old woman. Now, after the arrest, DNA tests showed that the two girls in question did not only look alike, but were actually sisters. The name of the kidnapped girl has not been revealed in order to protect her identity. And as for the convicted woman, South Africa authorities have also extended her the same courtesy for similar reasons. Well, for more on this, we go live to Johannesburg, where Channels Television's correspondent Betty Dibia is standing by. Betty, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Cynthia.
Now, there's speculation that there's a lot more which prompted this investigation, besides the fact that these girls actually look alike. Is there more to this?
Basically, I guess the credit will go to the biological father of the girl, who is referred to as Zephany Nurse. That's not what she's actually known as since she was abducted. The father, when the daughter, I can't remember her name, told him about the how much they looked alike, how people felt that, you know, they looked alike. He made and the friendship, there was a friendship, so it's like a scene out of a movie, or like a movie story, really. So he went on, he has a history with the security forces, I guess. So he continued, invited them to lunch, asked the girl about her life, and found out that her birth date was close to that of her daughter, of his daughter, who was abducted at 3 days old from the hospital. From there, he involved the police along the line. DNA tests were done, and they found out that he actually asked about the mother, Zephanie's mother. That's the lady who brought her up. And along the line, they found out that she was not a biological mother to the girl, and with the police involvement and everything. And a particular witness, Mrs. Kitch, who identified same woman in a line of trying to abduct her own child in the hospital. So that was a state witness that helped as well. So the basic credit will go to the father of the girl.
So Betty, what kind of a sentence are we looking at now that she's actually been found guilty of kidnapping? And this is as far back as 1997. What happens now?
First, her bail extension has been denied, so she's been remanded.
Okay.
But a lot of people, the experts, the legal experts that I spoke with, are reluctant to speculate because there's some key factors that will be looked at in this case. You have the personal circumstances of the accused, or now the convict, the seriousness of the crime. It's quite a serious crime, especially abduction and fraud, and the expectation of the society. So the judge is expected to have a balance looking at all that. And I remember the man who brought her up, whom she's still staying with, saying that they had a happy family. I guess they looked after her.
Yes.
She had a happy setting, a family that, you know, she grew up in. But that doesn't take away from the crime that was committed. Another family suffered for that.
Yes.
So these are some of the factors that will be looked at in determining the sentence. But the judge, you know, is certainly not happy about the situation. So we'll wait. It's hard. I spoke to a number of legal experts, and they were quite reluctant that, you know, these are some of the factors that will be looked at.
Well, Betty, I know this is an extra sensitive case, especially as regards the girl who was taken in 1997. But is there anything that you're hearing that might be done for her? Because we know that this is going to be very difficult for her, knowing the family that she thought was her own was actually responsible for kidnapping her. So, are you hearing anything regarding what might be done for her in order to make this process easier?
It can be easy every which way, as they say. It can't. But the good thing is that she's 18 now, so she's old enough to choose wherever she wants. She already has a very good relationship with the family that brought her up. As I said, she's staying with the man whom she thought was her father. She's met a couple of times with her biological family. But, you know, it's going to take a long time, and it has to be handled really carefully, because she's not happy about the things being said about the family, because she grew up in love, you know, but the other family has to be considered as well. But it's a process. I'm sure the psychologists are involved in counseling both sides, or all sides, let me put it that way. But she's an adult now legally, so she can choose. But I'm sure they'll find a way to balance it. The bulk of the speeches she's made have been through the protection, like the statutory bodies that will protects children.
Yes. Well, Betty, thank you so much for giving us the latest. We appreciate your time as always. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. Our Channels TV correspondent Betty Debia. Now, on that note, here is our question of the day. We're wondering what you think about the Nigerian government's strategy in tackling the Boko Haram insurgency. Feel free to send us your thoughts and your feedback either via email or Twitter. The address and handles are right there on your screen. Thank you so much for watching Network Africa on Channels Television. I'm Cynthia Are.